My name is Emmy and this is my Flosstube channel about cross stitch. It has been 1 week since my first Maynia update, and so today I am coming to you with a recap of week 2 of all of my Maynia projects. If you are following me on Instagram, then I post my progress each day of the project that I worked on. But here is a quick recap of everything that I have done. So day 8, last Monday, I was a new start, and it is Hoity Toity by Long Dog Samplers. And I was enabled to get this one by Brenda, the Handwork Maniac. And here is my 1-day progress. So I am doing this on a 40 count picture this plus linen. The color is Vellum, and I am using the called for threads. I think they are, let's see here. They are all Gentle Arts. I was gonna say classic, but that was wrong. So I got this top corner done. And when I did it, I started by stitching all of the color first, and then I just stitched the black around it. It's actually Raven, I think. And I was super happy with that progress. It's so fun. This is such a fun project with all the colors, and I'm really excited to get into more of the border because the border changes. You can see that I've got these 2 squares done in these little kind of leafies, flowers. So look, there's butterfly, and then there's these like stars, and then this middle, and then look, you get down here and there's these beautiful birds in this house, and all these super fun motifs. So again, one last look at my progress. Hoity Toity by Long Dog Samplers. The colors are so much brighter than the picture suggests. I love that one. All right, Tuesday, day 9, I worked on a Reflets Soie Helene Chazard, which is just a cute little red marking sampler. Sorry for those dots of light. I am in front of a window and the blinds are down because it's super bright, but it's shining through the blinds. So hopefully it's not too distracting. All right, and here is my 1-day progress on that one. So this red floss is so pretty. I'm using the called for, which is an AVAS Soie. This is done on 40 count Duxbury by Fox and Rabbit. And this piece that I got an 1/8, a fat 1/8, and you can see that usually Duxbury has all of this, these spots, but this piece only had them on this side there. Like you can see a couple of really faded ones there, but anyways, that red just sings on this fabric. All right, Helene Chazard by Reflets Soie. All right, Wednesday, and so those were 2 new starts. Then I did a whip, and I worked on a Chatelaine. I worked on Alhambra Garden Mandala. This is one that I started at least 10 years ago and then had not touched for that long. Let me show you where it is at now. So here it is. Okay, so first of all, look at that center. It is all beads, 100%, and it is just gorgeous. It's so sparkly. You can kind of see, but in person it's stunning. So I had everything done. Well, my 1-day progress was from here all the way over this brown kind of tile work. So I got all of that done for my 1-day progress. And really, if I would just sit down and work on this, it wouldn't take me, I mean, it would take a while, but not a ton of time to get done. So I just need to do that. I just need to sit down and work on it. It's so pretty though. Oh, I love this one. So Alhambra Garden by Chatelaine. Okay, the next day, Thursday, that was what, 11, I think. I worked on Eliza's French Birds by JBW. Now, everyone is doing this. There's a stitch along going on, but I just love it because pink birds. It's so cute. And so let me show you my 1-day progress. It's so pretty, you guys. This was so fun, and it really is stitching up so fast. I mean, one day, in another day, I could really probably have it done. So I've got to fill in a little bit up here on these leaves and add the berries, and then I just need to do the bottom leaves. The birds are all done. I wanted to get the birds done. So there we go. Eliza's French birds. All right, and then Friday, I worked on my Queen of Freedom by Mirabilia. I started this one back last November. I am doing this on, oh, Eliza's French Birds is on like a 28 count gray Evenweave. It was a mystery one. And so anyways, okay, this is on a 28 count fabric Flair. So here's where she's at. So I actually did not have a ton of time to stitch on Friday. And so I just filled in this red stripe, and then I added a tiny bit here that I needed to. I did this, so I stitched that, one of my local LNS's Pine Needles, which is kind of a quilt cross stitch store, more quilting, but they have cross stitch, a little bit of cross stitch stuff, and they have a stitch night once a month, so I love to go. And I did a lot more talking than stitching, which is all right. That's one of the reasons we do that, right? Go to stitch with friends. And so that's what I was able to get done. But a special hi to Felicia, who I met there. We sat and chatted, and she lives in Florida, and we are headed back to Florida next month. We've got to go help my daughter with a few things, and so we're going to go there, and I am going to go try and visit some of the cross stitch stores there. And Felicia was so sweet and said, let me know when you're going and I will meet you there, which I'm so grateful. Aren't stitchy friends like the very, very best? It's just an awesome community. Stitchers are so good. So anyway, so that's what I was able to get done on Queen of Freedom when I was at Stitch Night at Pine Needles. I'm so excited to see you next month, Felicia. All right, then Saturday, this was day 13. I worked on Alforced Embroidery, Apples of Youth. I think, if I remember right, this was one of my birthday starts from last year. I know this is a little picture. It's so pretty though, you guys. I'm doing this on a 40 count Evenweave, or no, not an Evenweave, a linen, excuse me, with Threadworx floss in the color Blue Navy, so it's got a little bit of variegation. And here we go. It's so pretty. So I had part of the border done, so I was able to get all of these little kind of flowers on top, and see how it's kind of got this scalloped edge to it. It's so pretty. So I got the border all the way completed, and then this little bird right here, and then I started down this side. And everything is mirrored, so there will be this bigger bird and this motif you see I got started. Anyways, so again, this is another one that won't take very long, just a few days if I can just sit and devote some really good time. That's been the hardest part about this Maynia and doing a different project each day, is that I work on a project and I just want to keep working on it because I get such good progress done. And especially on something like this where, you know, I know it would only take me a few days, maybe a week to finish. I'm like, oh, I just want to keep going. So it's really frustrating in that aspect. But in other ways, it's so fun because it's forcing me to touch whips that I haven't worked on in so long, like that chatelaine. But then it's also helping me do new starts that I've wanted to do for a while, and I just haven't, because I feel dedicated, devoted to get, you know, work done on some of my other whips. And so it's just been so good and so hard at the same time. But overall, I really like it. I don't think it's something that I would want to do every month for sure, but once a year, I think it's been really, really good. I've really liked it. So anyways, Alforced Embroidery, Apples of Youth. All right, and then yesterday was Mother's Day, and my husband asked me what I wanted to do, and I'm like, I just want to stitch all day, and watched Bewitched, the old television series with Elizabeth Montgomery, and so that's what I did. I got to sit and watch Bewitched and stitch all day, and it was amazing. I loved it. It was just super low key, perfect day for a stitcher, right? Have you guys seen Bewitched? Do you like it? Do you have a favorite like go-to series? So I haven't watched it all the way through. Like I've caught episodes all over the place, but it's been so fun to sit and watch it. I think we got through 1.5 seasons yesterday, and I don't remember how many there are. I think there's at least 4 or 5, maybe more. I'm not sure. But if you have a favorite television series that you just kind of sit and watch or listen to when you're working or doing housework or stitching, I would love for you to put that in the comments. Okay, anyway, so what did I stitch on? I stitched on Rose Quaker, which is so, so pretty. I love this project so much. I'm doing it with the called for DMCs on Picture This Plus 40 count vellum. And here is my progress. So I was able to get this motif finished. I added those 4 letters, and then I did this motif and this one up here. So that was a ton of stitching, almost a full day's worth of stitching. I mean, these motifs are just so beautiful, you guys. Oh, I love it. This is another one that I'm so sad I can't get back to. It's fantastic though. Okay, then I had some treasures because my family gifted me some, and then I ordered some as well. So let me share with you first. I ordered from number 12. I don't remember the name exactly. I'll put it in the description box. Number 12 Fabric Co. Anyways, it's a fabric dyer in Australia, and lots of people have talked about them. So I have some friends that have ordered from them before, and I've just I haven't taken the plunge until this week because I'm like, Australia and it's a long ways, and do I really need more fabric? Probably not. But I was watching Brenda and the Cereal Starter last week, a little over a week ago, and they were showing some fabrics that they got, and Nicola, who is the dyer for number 12 Stitch Co. That's what it is. I could look at the tags that I have right in front of me. Silly me. And she sells on Etsy. So anyway, so she sent some fabrics to Brenda and Laura and named a couple of them after Laura, and that was enough to make me jump, because I love little nods to it, like inside joke things, right? So anyway, so let me share those with you. Okay, so this first one is called Celica, I believe. And it's this really pretty, gosh, everything just gets so washed out. Just a really warm light brown that looks nothing like I'm showing on screen. Sometimes I wonder why I try and show fabrics, because they're not the same. Anyways, then one of the ones that she named after Laura is called Cereal Starter. I just got fat 8s of these. And it is this warm, kind of almost pinky brown. Again, you can't really see the true color, but you can see some of that pretty modeling. And then the last one, which was also named for Laura, is called H&H. It looks terrible, but I promise you it's so pretty. And the H&H is something that Laura says, if you don't watch them, it stands for heart attack and hernia, and she'll say like, I saw it and I had an H&H, heart attack and hernia, because she just got so excited, right? Because it was just so beautiful. So anyways, this is actually a little more pinky rosy than the Cereal Starter. Again, you can't really tell. Then she had these kind of like sample pack ornament cuts, and that are relatively inexpensive, and it's a great way to try the linen. And so like she has some really pretty colors, but I'm always a little apprehensive on like colors, because you just don't know, because sometimes they're so different, right? So I got some of these packs, and I really love, first of all, the size is awesome. Like they're great for 1 or 2 smalls and like several ornaments. So they don't have names on them, but she does write the fabric count in, looks like Sharpie, permanent marker on the corner. So again, I don't know what color these are, and they're so washed out. Oh, maybe almost right there. And so you can see it's upside down, but it says a 36. So again, just a really pretty kind of warm medium brown. Okay, this one, I believe, so again, there's no name on this, but I believe it is called Autumn Leaves. And my friend Jerica is doing started a Long Dog, one of those Picadellos, I think they're called, the new ones that Long Dog just released, on this with a navy blue silk, and it is gorgeous. You can go follow Jerica on Instagram. She is under Daybreak Stitcher, and you can see, and this is actually pretty true. It is this gorgeous, deep, rich, orangey brown. It's so pretty. So I'm so excited to have a piece of this. And there's this really pretty rosy pink. Nope. Oh, maybe it's a little bit darker than that. This is kind of a green brown. Again, it's not showing very well. Blue. This is showing a little darker than it is. Anyways, just some really pretty, you can see that these are just great cuts. This is like a yellowy tan. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, there we go. There we go. I need to hold it further back. One day I'll get this camera figured out. This gray, this reminds me of the Zephyrus from Red Thicket Fabrics that I did my little St. George retreat piece on a couple of videos ago I showed. So those white spots are showing more white than it really is, but so that beautiful gray. And then just another lovely brown. Yep, pretty good right there. The thing that amazed me about these fabrics is that I ordered them on like, I don't know, Friday maybe, and they came a week later Saturday. So it was so fast. I got a notification on Thursday that they were at customs waiting to clear customs, and then 2 days later they were in my mailbox. So it was so fast coming from Australia. Compare that to, like, I've had stuff sent from the UK that has taken 3-4 weeks. Anyway, so I was super impressed. And if you order like more than $100 from her, it's free shipping. So it was amazing. The fabrics are definitely worth it. And I want to order some bigger cuts of her fabrics now that I've got some smaller ones to try. I'm really impressed with the colors. They're beautiful. So that's super exciting. All right, then I got an order from ABC Stitch Therapy. I got some super fun charts. This one you guys have probably all seen. It's been out for a couple of years. It's Autumn Gatherings by Brenda Gervais with my needle and thread. This sweet little basket, which will honestly probably go on one of these small cuts. I mean, really, that would probably be great. So then I also got this, and I have never seen this, and I love it. So I love kind of that retro Christmassy colorway that's like the pink and the red and the teal blue. And so this kind of reminded me of that because it's a tree. You can see down there at the bottom it says Merry Christmas, but it's got those pinks, the roses. So it's called Fancy Christmas Tree. And this is by Twin Peak Primitives. And I hadn't seen it before, but I really love it. And again, it would just be a cute, fun, small. So I really love that. Then I got these two, and I was influenced by Megan, who is the Seattle Stitcher. She does beautiful work. If you haven't gone and seen her, check her out. Okay, so this is the Beatrix Potter Sampler. And again, you guys have probably all seen it. And this is a sampler that was in Beatrix Potter's collection. And so then they charted it. You can get it from several places. I got mine from ABC Stitch. You can get it from Stitchy Box. You can get it, I think, in PDF form. You can also, I know you can get it at Hobby House Needleworks. So I love a good Quaker sampler. And this one, look how cute. Bird with the tree branches and those flowers. Oh, so pretty. And then there's kind of a companion piece. Well, it says companion to Beatrix Potter Sampler. So just another Quaker sampler. I really like how they're lined up in rows instead of kind of scattered out. Like sometimes a lot of Quaker samplers will be just to fit in the space. So anyways, and I love when it makes this border, when those Quaker motifs are cut so that it makes that border. I love that. All right, and then from Frog Cottage Designs, I got this Queen Bee cross stitch pattern. This is another one I'll probably put on one of those small pieces from number 12 Stitch Co. Just another fun, cute piece. And the last one is another, is new, that a new designer that I just discovered, that I'm sure they've been around for a while. I do not see, oh, 2007, a long while, you guys. This is Monasterium Designs, and this is called Willie's Quaker Band. And I got this for a specific reason. So you can see there's 3 colorways. And I'm going to do this one in the middle and see how there's all those half Quakers and they're each different colors. So I get, with my Baidu Designs Fabric of the Month Club, she always sends a free floss. And so that's what I'm going to do with those flosses, is I am going to take and just stitch one of those little Quaker halves. Thought that would be a fun way to use up that floss. And I would know that it was from her. And then I could just do one a month. Anyways, Willie's Quaker Band. Okay, then I had a really fun day on Saturday. For Mother's Day, my husband took me up to Shepherd's Bush, which was so fun. Shepherd's Bush is about an hour north of where I live. I'm in the Salt Lake Valley, and it's an hour north. And so I got to wander around, and they just sat in the little lobby breezeway area and waited for me, my husband and my son. And I found some really fun stuff, but most fun was I found cute Paula. Here's a picture of us at Shepherd's Bush. And we met at Stitch West, and then she watches the Flosstube sew. Hi, Paula. It was so fun to meet her. She is adorable, and her daughter, I believe it was her daughter, was there, and her daughter was so cute too. So it's always fun to just meet Stitchers. It's so fun. Again, it's like this big sisterhood, right? All right, so from Shepherd's Bush, what did I get? So I got a piece of Fox and Rabbit seaweed that I've been wanting for a very long time. What am I going to put on this? I have no idea, but it's different, but it's not than I've seen in pictures. Like, look at that coloring. It is dark green and light green and has some gold in there. This is really a pretty true representation. Anyways, it's so beautiful. So I got a piece of that, again, seaweed by Fox and Rabbit. I got this from the Heart and Needle Art, Quaker Bells. So one of my very favorite Christmas hymns is I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day. So when I see cross stitch patterns that have that, it's kind of an auto buy. And I hadn't bought this one yet from Wendy. She didn't have it at the St. George retreat. So I bought it at Shepherd's Bush. Love that. Okay, then, okay, I finally bought it, you guys. I bought The Happiness is Homemade Nashville 2023 cookbook. Now, this is my first one of these because I didn't really follow Nashville for a really long time. And I debated back and forth, should I get it, should I not? And at Stitch Night, we were chatting about it, and they said, you know what, it's 12 bucks, and there are some decent recipes, and there are a couple of really cute patterns, including the Blackbird. And so, in fact, here, I'll show you, because I just happened to flip through to it. There's that Blackbird. Let me see. Which is really pretty. So I haven't actually been able to flip through this. I need to sit down and take some time because I've been doing all the stitching instead. But there are some really yummy looking recipes and some fun smalls. So I think I will be glad that I got it. I was really happy that they had one. They actually had it kitted up with the supplies for their pattern, Shepherd's Bush. So if that's something that you're interested in, you could maybe call them, see if they'll ship it. That cheesecake looks delicious, right? Okay, then from Shepherd's Bush, I also got, I love Threadwork Primitives. This is one I didn't have, Kringle's Crow. I've got this thing for crows lately. I think I said that before. So I got that. And then I also got, finally got this. I've been waiting, finally got it. Gathering Stitches from Luminous Fiber Arts. I have all the others. Just hadn't bought this one yet. I'm slowly starting to pick up the patterns that were released at market that I want. So I decided to grab that. And then I found this one. So if you've been to Shepherd's Bush, or even if you've never been to Shepherd's Bush, they have stuff everywhere. And I'm sure they have several out of print charts. And I think that this might, I don't know if this is one or not, but I had never seen it before. It is by Primitive Traditions. It's called Abigail Colby's Work Basket. And it is just all these Quaker motifs with, you can see the acorns, so it's kind of this autumn themed. And I just really liked it. Now, I probably will not finish it on the basket. I will just do just a framed finish probably, because it is, let's see, it says 8 inches is how big the basket is. So, I mean, it's a decent size, not huge. But again, I just love those motifs. So I got that. And then I was so excited for these last two, you guys. So Blackbird just reprinted some charts, and 2 of them were ones that I desperately needed. And when I show you, you will understand why. So the Loose Feathers Summer and the Loose Feathers Winter. So I decided I wanted to do these influenced by stuff from Just Keep Stitching, because hers is gorgeous. And so I was like, okay, well, let me, you know, buy them one at a time. And I bought the autumn one, and then I couldn't find these, and I was so sad. So I literally cheered when I found out that they were being reprinted. And so Shepherd's Bush had them, so I got them. So now I can get this kitted up and started hopefully soon. All right, and then for Mother's Day, my family. So you might remember that my daughters are, oh my goodness, so far away. My one is in Florida right now, my daughter Katie, and then my other daughter Lexi is in Hawaii right now. Lexi's going to school in Hawaii, and Katie is doing the Disney College program in Florida and doing online school through a local college. And so we had to very strategically schedule a FaceTime so that we could be together yesterday and sit and talk, and I could open my Mother's Day gifts. And because there's a 6-hour difference between Lexi and Katie, which, you know, when it's noon for Lexi, it's 6 o'clock in the evening for Katie. It's just really hard working everything out. So, but we were able to all FaceTime yesterday, which was awesome. I loved that. And let me show you what they got me. Stitching related, because I got a few other things. But Lexi, well, my husband asked them to go through my 1, 2, 3 stitch list and picked out patterns that they liked, and which I love, because then when I stitch them, I can think about them. Oh, they picked this for me. So first one's actually a quilting pattern, because 1, 2, 3 Stitch also sells quilting things. And I'm sorry, the plastic guys, but she got me this cute Florence Flamingo quilt pattern, which was just so fun. Look at the cute colored flamingos. Okay, then she got me 2 Nora Corbetts. This is Buttercup, which I love. And then this one is Fairy Spring Fling. So when I opened it, I have to tell you, so I was like, oh yay, I'm so excited. And she said, I know, they're so pretty. And I held this one up to show them, and she said, I want to stitch this one. And I was like, oh, because you guys, she's doing so good on her stitching. One of these days I'll get a picture and show you, but oh, she said she's liking it, and that makes my mama stitchy heart so happy. After trying for so long to get my girls interested, it makes me super happy. So I am happy that she liked this enough that she would be interested in stitching it. So exciting. Okay, then my daughter Katie picked out 2 patterns, a lavender and lace. This is Sweet Dreams, which is just so beautiful. And then she also picked out a modern folk embroidery, Song of the Nightingale. And so I am brainstorming some color combos. Right now I'm kind of thinking maybe a black and a cream and a green. Is that kind of crazy? I don't know. That's just what I was inspired by this morning when I was looking at some stuff. And will that happen? I don't know. But you need, is it only 3? Maybe it's 4 colors. I thought it was only 3. I think it's 3. Let's look fast. Yeah, just 3. So we'll see. But I think that could be really pretty if I did black and cream for the blues, and then this tan, I did the green. I think that might be super pretty. I don't know. If you've done this one, tell me your color combinations in the comments box, or if you have any other ideas. Like if you've seen it stitched with certain colors that you just thought were gorgeous, tell me. So love that. And then my husband picked out a Rosewood Manor Red Rhapsody, and the reason he picked this one out for me, he told me because his favorite color is red. Which it is. So then I asked him, I said, are you going to be mad if I stitch it in blue or a different color? And he was like, no, but well, I don't know. And this one is mostly just alphabets, with a couple of little motifs, and then this big bottom border. So I think it would actually stitch up pretty quick. So it's beautiful. So it was a great Mother's Day. Fantastic week for my Maynia. I mean, loved all of the projects that I worked on. Could probably finish 2 or 3 of them if I really put my nose to the grindstone and worked on them. So that is going to be something that I look at in the future. And this week I've got 7 more projects that I'm working on, a different one each day. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do 2 or 3 new starts this week. We'll see. So I'm trying to space them out. And with 11, I can almost do 3 a week. So we'll see what happens there, because I don't have it planned out. I just come in to the craft room, which is, it's my daughter's bedroom. That's where I'm at, if you remember, and all of my craft stuff is up here right now while our basement is being finished, which is so exciting. They've got it all framed in. The HVAC is all done. The electrician has got everything roughed in. All of the plumbing is moved. And so I think right now we're waiting for inspection, and then they can do insulation and drywall, and then it just will fly from there. So super exciting. I have been planning out the layout of my craft room and trying to figure out what kind of storage I want, because of course I just want tons and tons of storage, and where I want everything, and figuring out some design elements like wallpaper and paint and art. So that's been super fun. Oh, but I was saying that I just come in here, I have a pile down here on the floor of all of the projects, and I just grab kind of the first one that I grabbed. It's a blind pull, and then I work on it. And so that's been really fun, and I haven't been disappointed by anything. I'm so happy to say that all of the projects that I have stitched on, so 14 different ones so far this month, I have loved. And that makes my heart happy, because it means I'm not UFOing any of them. I'm not, you know, begrudgingly putting in work on something that it just doesn't make me happy. All of my projects make me happy, and that's what stitching should be, is it should be something that makes us happy, right? So anyways, I hope that you guys have a great week. Follow me on Instagram if you want daily updates on what I've worked on for the day for my crazy Maynia. And until next time, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to stitch. Bye, everyone.